Glad to meet you, Oomo-san.
Happy to meet you again
And
here.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And Oomo Koi Farm is also very, very famous for your beautiful showa. And what makes it different from others, and what do you think is the reason for being that famous?
Actually, I think my name is not so famous, but gradually many people started to notice the beauty of the koi which I bred, and it takes over 20 years, or maybe over 20 years, that I will be able to produce and grow a little bit better and a little bit beautiful koi.
So probably the reason would be your effort and time for
Yeah,
your
yeah, you're right. I think the most important point is the passion. I think the passion which I have, and the passion to create the beautiful Nishikigoi.
Yep.
And the koi breeding business, koi breeder need really some kind of very strong passion, and have to keep this passion for many years to try to make people attract into the koi which I breed.
Yep.
So passion and the dream is the first point that the breeder have to keep.
Okay, thank you very much. And you have a bit unusual history for being koi breeder, because you were a personal hobbyist and now turned yourself into the professional koi breeder. Actually, it is not now, many years ago. And what was your turning point for making your mind up for changing your career into professional?
When I was a little child, maybe 4 years old, 5 years old, my house has a very small koi pond, and I have 2 brothers and I have 1 younger sister. All of 4 children fell in love into koi, and when I was a child, I really liked koi very much. And after I graduated from university in Tokyo, I came back to Nagaoka, and I still fell in love with koi. And then when I was about 25 years old or something, I borrowed 1 small mud pond in Yomogihira. And every day I drive 30 minutes to Yomogihira and look into koi, feeding sometimes, and sometimes give medicines to those koi. And at that time, it was about 25 years or 30 years ago. There is not many people who speak English. There is people, but there is people who speak English, but there is nearly non-koi people who speak English, because they are the breeders.
Yes.
And one day, I was selling my breeding koi at a market, at a free market. Then the foreign visitor came, and the foreigner tried to buy the koi, but everyone, but nobody speak English. This is the person who would like to buy, but all of the breeder do not understand him at all. So I gave them the language assistance.
Yes.
This is the start, and this is the turning point of my hobby into the professional breeder.
So the language barrier which was held within the koi community in this town, made you become yourself as a professional breeder?
Exactly.
Okay.
So first, I had no intention to be a koi breeder. Just try to help the koi breeder, and just try to help those who wish to buy the koi. I have been working just as a volunteer for maybe 4 or 5 years, and after that, I am gradually becoming to be a professional koi breeder.
Okay, thank you for explaining. And then probably this is the connected question. So, what was the motivation for making Niigata Direct, and how this organization works?
Yeah, after the earthquake, we had a very big earthquake 5 years ago, and after the earthquake, we thought that we mean the Marusho Koi Farm, Kaneko Koi Farm in Nigorisawa, and myself, and also one more member called Kobayashi, and mainly these 3 other breeders. We of 3 people are thinking that if we start a joint venture business and work together, then it makes us much easier to recover the biggest damage from the earthquake. 1 plus 1 plus 1 makes maybe 5 or 6.
Yes.
This is why we decided to start the joint venture business.
Yeah.
And so far, our joint venture business works very well. Just now, we are having the customer from Belgium, but now Makoto Tanaka is looking after him just now, and I am having a time with you. And joint venture business really works very well.
Okay. And this is the last question. From your view, what would be the good koi?
What is a good koi? Koi is the beautiful koi. Is just like the art.
Yes.
Or it is just like how can I say? The beautiful koi is the koi which gives you some kind of very strong impression of movement. Your movement, movement means if you listen to the beautiful, wonderful songs, then you will move your heart.
Yes.
If I see the very beautiful pictures or very beautiful oil paintings, then I will be moved.
Yes.
If I see the very beautiful structure of building, I will be moved. If this kind of the movement in one's heart, if the koi gives you, or if the koi gives the koi keepers some kind of very strong impression or strong movement, then this koi is worthy as a very beautiful koi. Or maybe this koi is as worthy as swimming jewels.
Yeah. Understand. Thank you very much for explanations. And this was the last question. So if you have any message you would like to deliver to the koi keepers and koi lovers throughout the world, and this is your time.
Well, I think the Nishikigoi is the growing beauty. There are so many koi which is normal grade and which is a little bit lower grade. The limited number of, we can produce just a limited number of koi which is really beautiful, like pyramid.
Yes.
top 10% is really beautiful koi. This is in my opinion. Everyone, even in Japan, even in China, even in Korea, even in other Asian countries, they are able to produce Nishikigoi very easily. But I am hoping that many koi breeders in everywhere in the world will try to breed the beautiful and beautiful and top grade. No need to the top grade koi, but please try to breed the beautiful koi.
Yeah.
This is my message.
Thank you very much for having your time, sharing your time with us for the interview, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.